Welcome to Office Hours, the real life of athletic directors.
Dark and dirty.
We're here, ready for an awesome show. It's a big week here in the city. Found City Classic Luncheon. We all were in attendance
It was
today.
awesome.
It was good.
The
It was awesome.
Fort
Good.
Valley
It was
State
good.
University.
Fort Valley State.
No, sir.
Did
No,
you
sir.
change?
Oh, I'm sorry. The
Yes, sir.
So
Fort
that's
Valley
not what you
State
wore?
University
To
will
the
face
luncheon?
off
No.
against
Did we all change?
Unsinkable.
To luncheon?
Is that what they say?
I don't know.
Oh, the Unsinkable.
It's just Albany State.
Albany State.
Yes.
This is the 34th time they've played in Columbus. Is
What
that correct?
period?
Yes.
It's
No.
not
It's
period.
more than
No.
that. 34th Found City Classic
34th Found City Classic.
So they've always been in the same
for the most part.
for the most part.
How old is your university?
Sheesh. 1895.
Okay.
Let me make sure I'm right.
Because this is the 100th year. My mother went to Tuskegee. So this is the 100th year of Tuskegee University. This Saturday also, homecoming. So, Mom, I'll
That's
be
gonna be
there.
a big deal.
Me and Linda going to try to get to Tuskegee, see you, fellowship with you a little bit, celebrate their homecoming as well. But it's a big weekend.
There's a lot going on.
There's
this
a lot that
weekend.
just happened. We can talk about real quick. A lot of things coming up. What we got?
We got
Were
What
you
year?
right though?
No, what year?
Were you right?
1895. I know my
1895.
university.
Well, you
Okay.
the one who said, "Let me check it."
I didn't want to be wrong.
Okay, so we wanted to make
Yeah,
sure
I
that
was
you
right.
verified
I was
that it was right.
And we've been accredited every year.
Listen,
So,
what you gonna do? What you?
Says the grown man.
Hey man. Hey man.
Says the adult.
Hey man. Hey man.
Don't do it.
Hey. Hey.
So
All right now.
So we're gonna leave Morris Brown out of this celebration today, right?
Wow.
I just want you to know I hate you right now.
they're not a part of the Found City Classic.
They are.
Wow.
And we were
What-
founded in 1881.
All right.
Okay. My bad.
It's just a shout out
Listen.
to all HBCUs. Shout out to all HBCUs.
You really used to be on all the TV shows if you really think about it too.
Yeah.
Bill Cosby,
Yeah.
Martin,
Yeah.
Will Smith.
They always
I hate you.
promote
too,
it.
man.
You hate
Who
me?
was out there?
Yeah.
What
Promoted
did I
that.
do?
I just don't like your.
Absolutely.
I don't like your energy right now.
What's wrong with my energy?
You're not. It's not very feng shui.
What you got to do is you got to learn how to use makeup.
I missed something.
Oh, you don't know what he's talking about?
We're not gonna
There's
talk about.
no way.
We're not gonna talk about. I'm
Makeup,
I'm
makeup.
gonna leave you on that one. All right.
Coach
You
McCoy,
really lost?
region champion, cross country region.
Hey, we got a ring champion in the building.
Congratulations!
Thank
Shout out
you.
to you. Now, how does that affect state? Or is just you still score as your team? It's not ranked or anything.
Yeah,
like
so
that?
you still go as your team. Previously, before there was a section, then based on how you finish in a region is how your box selection would be. But now it's going to be based on your finishing section. So girls
Your
were
box selection.
yeah.
Where
So,
you'll be lined up.
Yeah, your starting
Okay.
box. Almost
Like your
They have
lane.
lanes.
yeah.
Okay.
So, but your whole team essentially would line up in that particular box. So, before your region champion would be in a better box position, so closer to the middle. So when you get out, you don't have to really navigate coming in from a particular direction.
So is the best box inside? Or
It
middle?
really depends on the course.
Right.
So for Carrollton, you really want to be like kind of in the middle, but more to the left because
The inside.
everything funnels in that way. So
So it's almost like track lane 3, 4, 5 ish.
yeah,
5.
but you don't really stay in that lane though the whole time.
Right.
You've been a
I
cross
keep
country.
wanting to talk about what we were talking about earlier because I really didn't hear what you said. Because today I feel like I have the upper hand on Coach Kegler. And I ain't had it in a lot of shows, y'all.
If
But
ever.
I done got him a few times.
A few times.
But today,
Hey man. Hey, stay focused, man.
I got the gun, I got the bullet,
Oh,
and
my
I'm
goodness.
locked, stocked, and loaded.
Yeah, you are.
Okay.
He said, okay.
Just understand.
That too shall pass.
This too shall pass, my friend. This too shall pass.
So can I ask you a question?
What's that conversation?
We'll talk off camera.
At the lunch.
Hey, would y'all stay focused?
Sorry.
So what did you say?
I said he got a.
Hey man.
This was me. I said, now I know.
I said
Hey.
it
I
too.
said, now I know.
I thought maybe like.
Hey, now let me ask y'all this. Now, Okay, you're starting a village. Yeah. You know what your village is. Your village to help people. Don't act like you don't know what your village is. Remember our text from the luncheon.
No, I'm not starting that.
So
I'm not starting that.
all right now.
Calm down.
I'm gonna start shooting back eventually. Now.
No.
I'm not gonna be the butt of the jokes. Let y'all know this.
Oh, yes, you are.
buddy.
We got playoff football coming
Anyway,
up.
we weren't finished talking about the region championship, were we?
Yeah, we won. That's it. Period.
Girls and boys.
Girls and boys. Yeah.
So, how many teams? 12 teams made it.
Is it a power ranking in there too?
No.
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 I know when times
So
involved.
just top
No.
12
Just
from
times.
each section go.
Yeah. So top 12 from each section. Top 12 teams.
So
then
can an
it-
individual go?
Yeah. So for the individual to advance, they would have to come in the top 20 place.
So we have one girl going,
Yes.
and then our boys are going as a team.
Yeah.
Spencer. Okay.
Yeah.
Hardaway's done. We're out. I think we're done, unless they're
Yes.
driving on their own.
No.
The team is out because I know they don't need a
I was
bus.
gonna say, and you didn't have any individuals.
Yeah, they
that
don't need a bus.
advanced. Jordan's boys and girls advanced, and I'm trying to think who else out of the region. That
So
might
you
be
run
it.
on Saturday.
Mhm.
Now, will you go there Friday?
No, not this year because we run at 11.
Okay.
So boys run at 11, girls run at 11:45.
So will you go early enough to
Will you
scour
be
the
able to
course?
walk?
No, we've ran the course before, so we're not gonna go walk the course. And the team that Miles Split really has us going back and forth with on the girls' side, because of the new format, we actually ran against them on Saturday. So
Okay.
all season, Miles Split has said either that team or us would win state, and so we saw them on Saturday. So
Okay.
I've got a plan.
You have a plan?
Mhm.
Let me ask you this. Because scoring in cross country is different.
Yeah.
It's the lowest score,
Can
right?
you explain
Correct.
that to
Yeah.
everyone?
So the lowest score wins. You only count your first 5 runners.
As they qualify.
hmm So as they cross the line, your first 5 come across, whether it means
Whether
it's
they're
a
last
perfect
or first.
score. Yeah, perfect score, which would mean you have 1 through 5, or if they're scattered throughout. The higher the place, the more points it is. So like somebody who comes in like 20th place
You get 20
is
points.
going to have more points versus somebody who finishes 2nd place.
They will have more points, therefore they're
It's like
They're
golf.
behind.
It's almost like
I
golf.
got you,
Yeah.
I got you.
They're behind.
Okay,
Yeah.
the lowest score
Wins.
wins.
Right. So a perfect score is 15 points. So that means you have places 1 through 5.
Okay.
So ideally, when you're looking at beating a team, you would want to break their pack of runners up, because now their points are going to be spread out. Yeah.
Have you won a state title in cross country?
I have not. We came in 2nd last year.
So do
So
you just
this-
run in between them while they're running?
Not really, because
You can't give out the strategy now because we
mean-
know
That's true.
If
My
you
bad.
do
My bad.
Because
that-
our viewers are going up.
someone's going to take
Our viewers.
No, I didn't know. When you said break up their pack, I said I didn't know if you just
We
kind
have
of
enough
switch
viewers
through
that
the
we're
one.
not going to say what our true joke is about you because we don't know.
Sir,
we got enough viewers that we
sir,
don't want that.
understand this now. You don't want to go down that. Don't go down that rabbit hole.
I might need to back up.
No, we ain't going to win.
The way he just looked, I do not want to catch a stray on this here night.
not when you compete for a state title.
Yeah, we're gonna leave you out so you can focus on this weekend.
So do y'all get rings?
If
Yeah.
we win, yeah.
Individual or team? Like if it, just one individual win the state, do they get a ring?
If they won't pay for
Do they
it,
want to pay for it? But
Yeah.
the team get it, y'all to win it, y'all to
we'll figure it out.
figure it out.
So when you have how many girls do you have running? 7?
Mhm.
How many girls are on your cross country team?
This year I had 11.
Will you get all of the rings?
We're
I don't
going
think you-
to
I don't
take
think
a
you should ask that
commercial
one
break,
on,
and we'll talk to y'all
So
later.
we
No,
got-
I don't
we
know.
got
I'm-
viewers.
Yeah.
I'm just asking about. I mean,
So-
because I don't know.
Playoff football is coming up.
So that's
I think that's a good segue for that one.
You would get
Right.
rings for everyone.
I would. Football's different now.
This
I will tell you this though. One of the
I tell you,
well, you know,
Well, you've gotten rings.
Coach Bueller didn't buy all his boys' rings. Like
Really?
the JD kids, they didn't get rings. Just
No, I
because-
wouldn't
Which,
get
I mean,
JV
I
kids
get that,
rings.
though.
No.
That was a huge headache when we won the state. Like just the
Who
whole-
wanted one?
the
Everyone
ring-
wanted one.
Correct.
No, I would not get a JV team rings. I wouldn't get everyone in the program, the varsity. So I'm
But the
So
thing,
varsity and your
not
managers.
discrediting anyone. I'm saying if you had
Yeah.
11 girls all year, do you have runoffs where one girl replaced one another or they moved up and down?
So
and
I
how do you
have,
decide who gets one?
So my
Right.
my team
Oh, wow.
at this point, like I have my team who's running,
Mhm.
and then I have one alternate, and I had the same for the boys. So
Okay.
So those
I
8.
kept a total of 8 on both sides for basically postseason.
I got you.
So I guess in that sense, then I would
those 8.
get those 8
Right.
rings.
Because I'll tell you this, and Coach Hunley, I'm pretty sure you can agree that's a huge headache.
Yeah. And
Every-
I've witnessed that from this past school year where soccer team
And
where they
wrestling.
won state in wrestling and them trying to figure out, how you
What is this
determine
procedure?
who.
What to-
Yeah.
Right.
Well, Central Football won, was it last year? 2 years ago?
Last year.
And they did a big fundraiser
Yeah.
to pay for rings. I don't think people know that. Like, we
Right.
Yeah,
'Cause the
you-
school-
It's not in your
they
school
not-
budget.
Yeah, because the
No.
school's not paying for it.
It's not in your school budget.
Yeah.
It's not in your school budget. You got to do a fundraiser, and you want every kid to have the silver or gold or whatever.
Right,
The
whatever
prices
it
are
is,
different.
everybody's
Right.
gonna
The
look
design.
the same.
I remember me and you talked one time, and you were meeting with the ring guy. And every facet of the design is a different cost. It's a different
Yeah.
fee.
Right.
But I mean, I don't think everyone knows.
That process.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if
Because
you
a lot
do-
of them think the school's gonna pay for it.
yeah.
Like, because that's a conversation we had with
Yeah.
a particular sport team when they won. They were like, "So y'all gonna pay for these rings? Who is y'all?
Right.
Because we don't have money to give you during the regular season,
Right,
so we
right.
definitely don't have the money
'Cause
to,
that's not
to
a that's
cover
not a
that cost."
necessity. That's just a thing.
Right.
Right.
Which we were
You
fortunate.
don't have to get rings.
The rings.
It's just something that
And we were
You
fortunate to
want it.
have
Yeah.
our boosters at Booster and Alumni Association really kicked in a lot to help us. But it was a headache, man. It was a huge headache. But
Yeah.
Wow.
Guess it's a good problem to have.
oh yeah, it's definitely something good to have now.
It's a good
But
issue.
that bill gonna be there.
Yeah.
All facts.
Hey,
It's coming.
and they're gonna keep asking about it too.
Right.
I got asked about the bill about a year later. Still owe so much.
Like, really?
I thought it was paid for.
I got mine. I was Coach Thompson when he was
Then we give them $50 a month.
So you gonna pay them off like a credit card
Pay 'em
bill?
like a credit card.
Say minimum payment.
So we got cross country. We're waiting now on the power rankings for football,
Football.
which is interesting.
I personally
So
don't like
football got pushed back
because of the
a week
hurricane.
Because of the storms.
because of the storm.
Right.
So we're finished in Columbus, but other places have one
Playing
more
makeup
week.
games.
Makeup
The
games.
game they missed.
You probably have in 2A, which is majority everybody in Columbus, except Northside, you have maybe 4 games this week.
That you're waiting on.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
But only 2 of those games are gonna move.
Gonna fade.
Stuff around.
Yeah,
Where everybody is right now.
it won't much. So the issue is, so Carver is already gonna be a top 2 seed.
From our region, you got Carver and Americas
Correct.
in.
So
You're in.
correct. And
Shaw's in.
We're definitely in.
We're on a holding pattern.
I'm 99% sure Hardway's in.
We're a week away from finding out these results,
Find out Sunday.
and we
So
think-
is your season like officially over until you find like because
No.
so you
'Cause
still
you gotta wait.
practicing?
You're still practicing.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
have to.
yeah.
You don't want to take a week off and then try to bring everybody
No,
back.
I get that. I mean I agree with that, but
That'd be crazy.
But technically,
So you know your top 4 seeds are in.
you're not in right now.
But you know your top 4
Right.
seeds are in.
Right, I get that. But
Are
I'm
you
saying
saying after
technically
that?
right now Hardaway is not in.
But
Right.
if you look at
so there's a bubble team right now.
but if
Yeah,
you look at the
so-
numbers, so your top 32 are going to get in.
Right.
You take your private schools out, and if I'm
Right.
not
And it's
mistaken,
4 or 5 of them.
Right now, ahead of Hardaway, I want to say it's 5.
5 private
So you
schools.
take all of them
Yes.
out,
If I'm not mistaken, Hardaway is 35.
what gets us a spot in.
Correct. They'll put you at 30. If I'm don't, it's somewhere. It's like 31 or 30.
We're excited about this possibility, but to your point, it how do you prepare?
That's what I'm asking.
Because football is different. Because you can't give them 3 days off and come back.
Right.
Well, you can't give anyone days
Right.
off, really. But
The bigger issue for me is
So you just keep it like you're in.
Yeah.
But then what if Friday or whatever come and you're not in? Now
This season over.
your basketball guys,
That's
they
what I was
just
about
missed
to
a week.
ask
now
about-
they're gonna miss 3 games already.
Wow.
and the
Because-
thing. Well,
yeah,
and the
they'll-
thing I used to like is by
That's just like a major holdup. Just take the private schools out and leave them where they at. Totally.
Like all together.
but they're in regions though.
Right. I mean, I get that. But I'm saying, just take them out, period.
Make them travel and play each other year round. We don't care if it's 3-4 hours. They private school.
I mean, that's on them.
yeah.
Like, for instance,
Make the
Hebron
conference.
Christian is the best girls basketball team in the state.
You saying all classifications?
Any classification.
Wow.
Times 2.
That's the team.
But
we
during
beat
the
last
season,
year
they're
for
gonna
soccer.
beat up. They're gonna beat up on 25 different teams
Right.
without a possibility of playing any of us
When it
for a
comes to
title.
postseason.
Right. They just
At the end
in the
of the
way.
season.
They're just in the way.
Yeah.
Like, just holding up space and just do it over there with them.
And they're hurting for games.
So you think they'll beat Buford and all them?
Yeah, they will.
It ain't nobody that will beat them.
They're
It's
good.
Wow.
like 6 of their girls are D1 players.
Right. No, I don't. I mean, of course, you know more about it than I
They're
do.
good.
Yes. Like 6 or 7 of them are D1.
My friend is assistant
The
coach. We both know Jan.
girl left from, I forget the school. She transferred to Hebron. She was a major D1 recruit. And she went to Hebron to come off the bench.
They're loaded.
Because they that low.
Loaded. They
But
find it hard to get games.
but I
Period.
do
No
know
one's
this.
playing.
It's a logistic wise, and y'all are gonna run into it in basketball. It's gonna be even tougher on y'all because you're basically gonna have a day turnaround.
Yeah. What we do with
So
volleyball
like
and
you had with
softball.
volleyball.
Correct. It's the same principle. They're gonna tell you Sunday,
Monday
depending on the
morning.
region tournament, it'll probably or Monday,
And you're gonna start playing on
and
Tuesday.
you gotta play
Wednesday.
Get ready to
Tuesday.
play.
Yeah.
And travel and
So for at least for us,
But for basketball, the preparation for a game is different
Correct.
than football too, though.
but
Yeah.
you basically you're playing a guessing game and you hoping you're right.
the crazy thing about the power rankings and the brackets is that even now, right now, and you don't have to say it out loud, there's 2 or 3 possibilities of who you might be playing.
Right.
So now do you gather film on those 3 different teams and start watching film for the next 5 days? Or do you wait until you know definitely who you're playing?
Right.
You already have the film and just start breaking that down.
Me personally, I preferred the other way that we used to do with regions because one, your first round games wouldn't travel as far because you were still playing the South region.
Right, right. But now,
Now
you
you
don't know.
all over the place.
You don't know where you don't know where you're gonna go.
Right.
You don't know where you're going.
Correct. So then it was a hey, all right, I know I'm gonna play this team or this team.
Right, right.
Right.
So I can start making these preparations.
Fact.
I know for a fact it's one of these
Well,
two
because
teams.
if you
I'm gonna
finish
go
1
here.
or 2, you knew you were playing 3 or 4
Correct.
from
And the same
from-
principle.
Right.
If you were
I
3
know
or
what
4,
region
now
I'm
playing
matched up
1 and
with.
2.
Correct.
Right, right. And now
You could just about,
Like in the summertime, I could
depending on how
almost
good you were that year, you could just about fill out
where I'm going to
Your
be.
Yes.
the bracket
Yeah.
before it's done.
and then you know, well, this is a team stylistically that hurts us.
Right.
You know, this is a team we need to avoid.
Right.
Like last year, us in the playoffs, to me, the team that worried me the most stylistically was Fitzgerald. And if we could have avoided Fitzgerald, we could have possibly went to the semifinals. But we just played our worst possible matchup in the second round.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
So do you think after this year is over with, they're gonna go back and like tweak
Well, it's
any of
2
this
years
at all?
anyway.
Well,
So
2
they're just
years
gonna
in.
2 years, you're just gonna leave it like it is and figure it out after that.
because I also think it's bogus that you'll have teams who are 4 and 6, 5 and 5, that'll be a 6 seed or a 12 seed because they won a region that wasn't as competitive. So we're 7-3, and it's 4 or 5 teams that are 6-4, 5-5,
That's above you.
That are higher.
4 and 6 that are above us.
Wow. Because they won the region.
Or you got teams, you got regions that are small, and a team might be 2 and 8,
Correct.
and they're in the playoffs.
But that kind of
Yeah.
helps you too, because you'll see those teams later on. Like long as you make it,
Right. Well, it depends.
You get that far.
and you feel like
Because then it goes back to what hurt us was Griffin and Dooley struggled this year. So we didn't get as many points for our opponent's win percentage. So it
Because they
kind-
weren't as good as they usually were.
correct. So with them not winning as many games as usual, that hurt our opponent's win percentage. So that put us that put us lower than some teams that, you know, had they have won more games, then we would have been higher up. So I mean, it's kind of just a tricky situation.
right.
Y'all, don't worry, y'all about to find out.
It's gonna be interesting.
I haven't even really looked at it for real.
Don't worry, I'll explain it. Hey, unfortunately, and the crazy part, I looked at the number Saturday for about 4 hours, and I kept refreshing like they were gonna change.
I like some of them ones coming up. Everybody they scoring.
Hey, like maybe.
Don
this-
Cord does send emails.
Oh yeah, he makes sure you
Please
send an email.
report your scores,
or you will be fine.
Or you will be fine.
Correct.
Report your scores, or you will be fine.
So
Hey, we're gonna take a quick break. This is Georgia Alabama Sport Live. Office hours, real life athletic directors. Thank you all for watching. We'll be right back.
Georgia Alabama Sports Live wants to say thank you to one of our presenting sponsors, Buffalo Rock, and their partnership with everything that we do. And without businesses like Buffalo Rock, we wouldn't be able to go cover softball, volleyball games, every type of high school sport you can think of, local college games, and professional. So thank you to those businesses that support us, and specifically Buffalo Rock. And next time you're watching a Georgia Alabama Sports Live broadcast after a nice long day, why not enjoy it with a nice refreshing sorry? The best lemon lime soda around. Thank you to Sorry and Buffalo Rock for our partnership on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
We're back. I'm wearing one of my favorite hoodies because guess what? What time is it, Coach Hanley?
It's basketball time.
It's basketball season. We open up this weekend.
not to be confused with volleyball.
Look,
Not volleyball.
volleyball is over.
Officially done with that.
Volleyball is over.
I gotta send a shout out to Georgia Alabama Sports Live and the Echo Latino Courier Carrier for sponsoring yesterday's events.
Excellent media.
How
day.
was that?
I was dapper,
Cool.
You were dressed to impress.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I had a reason. I don't know if y'all watch the show now, but I told you I'm that uncle, and I might crash the party. So I want everybody to see, you know, Unc walking a party. You know, like, what Unc over here?
Hey, why is he dressed like
Why in
that?
that suit? What is he doing? Why is he here? Coach Mills just had, I'm that old mentor. I'm gonna crash the party. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Right.
So I had to send a shockwave through the boys in the area, the boys teams. I'm that old guy coming up with some crazy plan. But it's basketball.
But you're
season.
not the old guy.
Who we got? Dickie?
Yeah.
Me and well, he don't show up to media days.
He don't.
Coach Dickey was not there yesterday.
what were you saying,
I was
sir?
okay, and I had a good idea he wasn't gonna be there.
What were you saying, sir?
We open up this weekend. You got a game tomorrow.
We play tomorrow
Where are y'all?
There.
At home?
to
You
St.
on the road?
Francis.
On the road?
on the road.
Man, you ready?
As ready as we gonna be.
I'm gonna tell you another thing people don't realize.
Can't get much more ready.
the
You right.
logistics that go into a road game.
It's a lot.
For any sport.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Or cross
It's a
country.
headache. It is a headache. You better hope your bus driver.
Hey, that's what I love about playing at Otis Spencer. If you leave something at school,
You
hey
can
man,
get- you can go get
shoot
it.
over there and
Just
get it.
go right
get
over
it.
there.
Somebody go back and get it.
And the crazy part is, they'll leave stuff and don't want to tell me.
They're gonna tell the sister.
Like, hey, I'm the one who has to fix it.
Right.
Hey, when you leave somewhere and you're on the road,
Man,
It's stressful.
You're-
that's an understatement.
That's what I'm worried about
I
a lot.
know for sure his girls don't say nothing to him.
No.
And I know my boys or girls, when I coach girls, didn't say anything to me.
Yeah.
Like you said, if you
Oh,
call you after 4 on
gosh.
the game day,
No, I'm not gonna answer.
don't call.
I don't have my phone. I don't
Yeah,
have.
I'm
Excuse me. I don't.
I'm
have
not
my
in the
phone.
mood for anything.
I don't have time
besides
for it.
whatever
No.
our routine is
Yeah.
going to be.
I was at state one year. they're on the line, and I'm looking for one of the girls, and finally they're like, "Oh, you don't know what's going on."
Your team?
Yeah, I said, "Nah, I don't know what's going on. So what's going on?"
I can imagine your face.
And they were like, they all kind of looking at each other. I said, well, somebody needs to tell me, and soon.
You use those words?
Yeah,
Probably.
I'm good. I'm
gonna,
proud of you.
I'm gonna say no.
I did use those
She's
words.
not one of us. One of us would have said something.
And
Probably
so
told you.
the girl didn't have her shorts. She did not have her shorts to compete in. And when you get state, everybody got to look the same.
Right, right.
It was a good day.
I have a.
It
That's
was a
what you're
good
gonna
day.
go with?
Yeah.
We were going to the Final Four back in the day, and we stayed in a hotel in Macon, and a girl did not have her shoes when we left the hotel.
I've had that.
And I told the bus driver, turn around, and I didn't talk anymore until the ball was thrown up.
My first state
Wow.
championship. We got it planned out to a T.
To the
I
minute.
got it.
Everything was
I
planned.
got it. I am Johnny on the spot. I got it. Everything is perfect. Everything.
So the fact you're telling the story,
We-
it couldn't have been.
We leave. We got a hotel that's like 5 minutes from Georgia Tech. Soon as we leave, boom, traffic.
You're right there. Yeah.
But it's traffic.
Mm-hmm.
So it takes longer, but no big deal. I get out. We get to Georgia Tech. Kids getting off the bus. I reach to get my clothes that I'm going to change into,
You left me at the hotel.
and I left them at the hotel.
You were so nervous.
I left them at the hotel. Just so happened, I'm getting off the bus. Coach Arnold is sitting right there. He said, "Man, I'm just gonna run to the hotel and get your stuff for you." He appreciated Coach Arnold. Ran back to the hotel, got my clothes for me, and everything went smooth from there. But just those little bitty
Yeah.
things can mess you up when you're going on the road. Definitely.
We went
I
to
remember
Sumter.
your story
Which one?
about footballs being left.
Oh, it's two of them. So the short one is, we go to Sumter this year, and our trainer leaves all the water bottles.
All of them.
You had one job. She had one job.
So I had to buy water bottles from up there.
So I guess that means y'all didn't wash them bottles out before you used them.
Which one?
Your
No,
water
we
bottles?
yeah, I mean we rinsed them the best we could, but I mean, but no, the story. So the story you're talking about
Gotta go.
is my. So we go to Central one year, and I tell the story to one of my coaches. I'm like, man, I go over there, and Dale McGee always took the balls. So I was responsible for the balls. He never told me, but hey, it's my fault. I didn't know. So I get there and say, hey, Dale, where the ball? I'm like, I don't know. He's like, you do the offense. Like, yeah, Dale, but you always took the balls. He's like, yeah, but you do the offense. I do defense. I don't need balls. I said, okay. So luckily, we're at Central. We can run over there, get the balls. We good. So I'm telling my coach this 2 weeks before our first game. He's like, yeah, coach, I would never do that. I'm like, all right, cool. I said, just make sure you don't now. I like, man, because it's just a bad feeling. So we get to Atlanta, we're playing my first game coaching at Spencer. We get the best academy. We're in Atlanta. Hey, coach. I said, what's up?
You know it's bad.
I said, just tell me, because I can tell it's some foolishness already. Hey, I left the ball bag. In Columbus?
The words you used.
Yes.
Them exact words.
Them,
Yeah. My mom watches this,
oh,
so it is. Yeah.
okay.
So you just said.
That's what I
okay.
said. Yeah, okay.
Noted.
I said, it's okay, coach. We'll find a way to fix this situation. So I ended up having to buy footballs. If y'all don't know, footballs are expensive.
Or expensive.
Yeah.
So it cost me about $400 to buy 2 footballs and a kicking tee for the football game.
Oh my God.
Goodness. Just at a Dick's Sporting Goods, Sporting Academy.
The first, I said, hey
Any
man,
store
just
you can
find the
find.
first, correct, the first store
Just
you can
go.
find.
I mean, you don't have a choice.
When,
to
I
do.
mean, I didn't have a choice. Like at that point, like
Wow. And you gotta have
You got to have
real
your own game
footballs.
balls.
You gotta
Correct.
have them. That's right.
correct,
To give to the official.
correct.
So you can't just go to Walmart and buy just.
Any cheap
a
ball.
little
$30.
$10 ball.
And
Good
not to
for
mention
warm-ups,
that,
but
but like
not for the
quarterbacks
game.
are very
need to
funny
touch it,
about
yeah.
their ball.
Yeah.
And if you like most balls, they come with grease and stuff on them,
Mhm.
so you need to break them in. So it was just, I mean, we found a way to win the game, but the Those road trips are a headache.
So you handed the ball off that game.
No,
We still threw the ball.
no, I can answer that.
We gonna do what we do. I mean, we run the ball. I mean, but we found a way to win.
Well, I know that Coach Hunley's excited. I think everyone here is
Yeah.
excited.
I like
because
basketball.
Basketball is new. It's indoor sport. Seasons are changing. I mean, it's just
Yeah.
that time.
It's the
you know.
transition for me going from your fall sports to your winter sports.
Mhm,
So I'm just like, oh my god.
Wrestling started.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. My team goes to Opelika next week for their first match. And I wish them the best. We got kids. Kids are excited to play sports, you
Right.
know,
Yeah.
Right.
especially at the beginning.
Right.
Everyone's excited until everyone has a
I was
plan.
gonna say once you get
To
about
win.
a
Punching them
month
out.
in,
Like Mike
Right.
Tyson said, everyone has a plan until you get hit.
Right.
You know. But yeah, we got our girls. They play Langston Hughes on Saturday at 9 p.m., which is going to be different. Me and Coach K talked about it earlier. They're not used to playing at 9 p.m. That's late.
Yeah.
That's late.
Langston
So,
Hughes is good too.
Well, and this is the thing. I'm willing to bet money it won't start at 9 p.m.
right. So I don't know what her strategy
Like
or
I've
planning
never been
is
to a
going
tournament that started
on
Where your
time.
games are on
schedule.
time, yeah.
That is the late game, the
Right.
last game.
because our region tournament 2 years ago in Macon, the championship game was supposed to start at 8:30. Every game went over, so we ended up not starting until 9:45.
Whew. That's a strain right there.
Man,
that's rough.
especially that and then the ride back from Macon.
So
Right.
I always check. I'm lucky to have people like Joe Foster who gonna be at every game.
They'll be there all
there
day long.
is and be there all day. So I'm always checking. So kind of like what time we gonna leave? I don't know yet. And the day of, I'm just, they running behind. Yeah, they running behind. So we just kind of chill out where we at a little longer.
Right.
Because to me, the worst thing is to go in that gym and sit on
And
them
then you
bleachers
sit
And have to wait.
for
forever.
hours.
Yeah.
I don't
That
even
is-
think
that
it's the
is-
bleacher. It's just the not doing nothing and they people talking and all the extra.
Yeah,
foolishness.
it's no
Like, you think about
kinda
everything, but-
getting yourself prepared for a
Correct.
game. And that's the bad thing about doing these
The
the
tournaments
showcases and
showcases.
tournaments. That's the bad thing about doing them. You just have so many distractions, and the ones that Hardaway girls are going to, the ones that I take my girls to. Not only do you have people, but you got college coaches
Yeah.
walking around, and hey, you mind if I talk to such and such? It's
Yep.
just
and you
know.
want the exposure,
Right.
But at the same point, like, hey man, like
I just want. I
I'm
gotta
trying to get
the
ready
game.
for the
Yeah.
game.
Correct.
Like,
yeah,
can we wait?
Yeah, you have nowhere to hide.
Because it's nowhere to hide. Because you wish there was a holding cell.
right,
From a
right,
if
Right.
there's another term where you could say, okay, we're going to get here this time. Is there a place we can just go?
Like,
Right.
give me a classroom where I can go.
Now,
sit
coaches,
down.
we might go watch, peek in, and look at the games, but
But see, the thing
I need
is,
them somewhere else.
again, for us, we're playing at the person that's doing the event is not even their school. They're just renting the gym.
Right,
or,
right, yeah.
My friends, the basketball coach, so I'm using their gym, however it may go.
Right.
So they don't have access
To
To the rest
to
of
the
the-
rest of the school.
You're
Yeah.
right. You're right. Exactly.
So when it comes to choosing the showcases and tournaments that you go to, what is it that you're looking for?
Competitive games, and you really want to be at places that's going to have coaches there. Because for basketball, which is, I don't know, do football coaches still come to the actual high school game? They do. So see, for basketball, they don't do that anymore.
It's just during their season.
Yeah,
It's hard for them to
They're
get out
not.
to
They're
the
not
games.
going to
Yeah.
come and sit down and watch my player play because they can see them in AAU. And now with these events that they have, they can go to one event
And see
and
multiple
watch
players.
a
Yeah.
bunch of players in one day.
Right.
and
you know,
football is normally if they're on a bye week and I'm close,
Right.
then I'll come there.
come there.
So like if you ever look normally, like if Georgia has a bye week, Kirby would be at a game near Athens or North Atlanta or somewhere, because it's close and I'm there.
Yeah, I can get there and
Yeah,
get back.
like Auburn, if they have somebody they really like in the area, they'll come if they're on a bye week because it's 40 minutes away.
Right,
Stuff- yeah.
right.
Yeah, see, the bonus that I have as the boys coach at Hardaway, right now our girls are getting invited to showcases. So I'm able to actually piggyback off of that. Even though I have a young team, they're asking for boys teams.
Yeah.
To come with
So they're saying, oh, since your girls are coming, would you mind coming?
Right.
So I'm able to give a young team some exposure to some higher caliber play.
Right.
And I don't know what to expect. You know, I lost all my seniors, so I got a fresh new group that I'm getting more and more excited about working with them each and every day because
Right.
they're hungry.
Yeah.
They really want to prove to me, to their teammates, to their Hardaway community that they are worthy of this.
So when you say a young team, what is your breakdown?
Right now, football is still on their holding pattern. Today I had 7 varsity players on the end of the court with me. 3 are seniors, 4 seniors, and 3 were juniors.
Wow.
And on the other end of the court was the JV and the freshman. And I said, well, look down there. We might invite 1 or 2 of them with us on Saturday. Because
And y'all are playing at Langston Hughes Saturday too.
we're playing at Langston Hughes. The boys played a 6 o'clock game against Douglas County, which is a 6A school.
Well,
So it's going to be interesting. But my guys, like I said, I'm
And
not.
see, we were supposed to be there too.
Mhm.
I just canceled it.
So
Yeah.
where y'all
how
going?
many?
I'm going to the tailgate.
Fort Valley, Albany State.
Fort Valley,
The
Albany
Fort
State.
Valley State. That's what we do.
I bet the tailgate. I said, damn, I
Hey, man. Hey.
Wrong night, huh?
Hey.
Wrong day.
how'd I pick a date on? Don't worry about it. I'm gonna
So that's
What?
easy.
Charles, I can't come,
Let's keep
man.
our priorities.
Charles,
Yeah,
what-
so I mean, we're just excited to play. It's opening day. Like
Do they have any football players, Douglas County?
I've done no research. I have no idea.
So you're just gonna show up?
Yeah,
yeah, that's kind of what you do.
we're gonna play. I mean,
Is this a scrimmage or a game?
You know.
it's game.
Yeah, that's a game.
This is
Did
a
y'all
game.
scrimmage yet?
No, sir.
Are y'all going to scrimmage?
No, inner squad. That's it.
Are y'all?
We scream.
Oh
scrimmage
no,
tomorrow.
no! Forget that. Forget I asked. I knew that. I just forgot.
Yeah.
It's 10 o'clock. It's late.
Oh well.
I mean, really, it's
we got
not
much
10.
longer.
It's not.
It's
But
close.
my guys are and we're gonna see what happens. We're gonna see what happens. You know, and I'm not saying I'm a great coach. I'm saying I'll make adjustments
Within
by-
the game.
at the first quarter.
But yeah, I
and
mean,
at
we're gonna
halftime.
show up. We're gonna see what we got,
You know,
and we're
we're gonna play
it out.
32 minutes. We're not
Yeah.
gonna leave.
Right.
Right.
We're gonna play the full game. I'm not gonna walk off the floor, but at halftime, as you would with football or anything else, the
Make
adjustments will be
necessary
made.
adjustments,
And
right.
we'll figure out what Hardaway needs to do to be successful,
Right.
and we just go from there. Now, if they can do it or not, we're gonna find out.
Right.
But like you were saying too, when you make your schedule, your non-region schedule, you want to challenge your kids.
You got to.
You have to.
You know, and I'm
But the issue now is you have to with the power ranking stuff
Yeah.
because if you
you gotta
don't,
play somebody.
but if you don't, you're in a situation where you're not getting as many
It's not
points.
gonna benefit you.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. So I'll get more points for winning on a neutral court.
Yes.
Okay.
No, I don't know if you get more points, but you'll get more points the more game. If you beat them, the more games they win.
Okay.
So it's opponent's win percentage and your opponent's winning percentage.
So that can change
I was gonna say-
through the week. So
It will
so that-
change.
So when you play them, you know nobody has a win percentage.
Right.
Yeah, but
so,
as the season
so
goes
when
on,
you beat them, they
It
win
affects
percentage.
the schedule the rest of the year.
Right.
that's wild.
And so if they
Correct.
lose again, it's messing with your ranking
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
they lose.
Right.
Correct.
And that's the thing that you were
Wow.
talking about earlier. Like, you know, you're
And we
making
got
your
25
schedule
games of that.
based on
Yeah.
where somebody was like
Last year.
but then something happens and it's a whole different team, and it's like, well,
But you
I
kind
done
of
already
know,
put them
you
on
know,
my
like
schedule.
for Coach Ellison and Hardaway, for myself, you kind of know, like we know we're gonna play Buford, we know we're gonna play Fayette County, like we know we're gonna play those teams that
She got Carrollton this year.
she plays Carrollton, you know. So it's just one of those things where the people that I kind of go out and play there
And they're
always
always pretty good.
pretty good.
Right.
You know, so it's not a whole lot of guessing with it.
It's just gonna make it exciting.
And I'm young.
and nerve wracking at the end of your season
Mm-hmm.
Right.
because,
Because I guess I can see myself refresh.
like you said, if
this
I'm
can't be right.
Like you were doing.
if I'm sitting
I
on the
hate it. It ain't
outside,
changed.
if I'm sitting on the outside at 5 or 6, you gotta wait.
Mm-hmm.
You're sitting there waiting after your region tournament for 48 hours. And basketball's gonna be 48 hours. All the
Look-
tournament's gonna end on a Saturday.
So
They gotta
basically
release
wait till-
something on a Sunday or a Monday.
And I think it's supposed to be
Because
Monday
playoffs
by
start-
10.
Yeah, playoffs start on that Tuesday or Wednesday every week.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Because the first round will be on a Tuesday, Wednesday. Second round will be Friday, Saturday.
Right.
Correct.
It's just they're gonna throw them names in there. We're gonna be ready to go. But I'm excited. Like I said, my guys, hey, box out, guys, because we're gonna be small. We gotta be scrappy. I got my little theme hoodies. I'm gonna be wearing these things all week. There's no question what we have to do.
Right.
But you know, it's interesting times in the city. We're back in the same region, and that's one thing I said yesterday on the media day was just to have a good game on our Tuesday night.
Right.
You know, instead of having Central Macon coming
Right.
to you and bring 5 fans.
Right.
Now, if you're playing Kendrick or Jordan, you're still gonna get fans in your
Yeah, it's
gym
gonna be packed.
on a Tuesday.
It's gonna be
Right.
packed.
You at
You
least
know.
gonna make a little bit of money.
Yeah, for us as
Yeah,
athletic
it's no
directors,
game in the region that you're not gonna make money because America something is gonna travel just like
Exactly.
it's their home.
Right.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
So it's
exciting
probably
time.
no game that you won't at least make some money.
Right.
Yeah. It's gonna be awesome. I can't wait. I'm ready.
I'm excited.
I'm ready.
excited.
I'm ready for basketball.
Well, you all, we're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back with some closing comments. I got a story to tell, but that might take too long. So we'll be right back.
Glenn Smith Chevrolet is loaded with over 500 new and used on the lot and on the way. Check out the big Chevy Silverado 2500 HDs, discounted up to $9,000 off. And you'll love the stylish SUV that has plenty of room for the whole family. Chevy Tahoe's up to $9,000 off. Come to Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika for big discounts with a fantastic selection. Or explore anytime, anywhere at glennsmith.com.
Get ready to smile.
And we are back. Office hours. We're having an extremely good time. We're laughing. We're joking. I just gotta say, I love this crew, and doing this. I love Coach Keg. We worked together. We worked together for years, and there's no animosity between us. I had a few people ask,
Do y'all really like
do
each
y'all
other?
really like each other?
Oh,
And we
wow.
do. And we do. We call each other. We check on each other. Most of the time, I'm the one that needs help from him, but he doesn't mind.
That's not true.
He
That's-
doesn't
it's-
mind giving me help with the stuff that I don't know.
That's awesome.
We are friends 100%. But this morning,
Hey, man.
we had.
We had a luncheon.
One
We
more
saw you
week.
at that
We
luncheon.
went
Hey.
to a luncheon.
One more again.
This morning we went to a luncheon because we do not dislike each other. I promise
Y'all, I
that.
promise you, I will get up and walk.
I promise you, we will never
You
fight
better
on
get. You don't
set.
want to catch no stray.
We too big to be tussling with each other. So we do not dislike each other. I promise y'all that.
Coach Mills, what's your story?
Coach Mills has a story to tell.
Quick story to tell. I just want to get you all. How would you handle this situation? So we have basketball workouts for 7 days, 7 practices,
Hey, don't get on my bad list. with me.
Okay, what happened, Coach? What happened?
7 practices. I get a transfer. Or I
Okay.
get a kid that missed workouts, missed tryouts. And he has a legit reason why. So I said, oh man, come on to practice. First day. What I just tell you, the other one's been doing for 7 days? Practice.
Conditioning.
So they've been conditioning, getting right. How do you deal with a late addition? You welcome them with open arms? Do you say, hey, this might not be for you?
Can they play?
He said, I can ball.
Well,
So that's probably
we
not.
know how that
So,
goes.
so see, like for me, I had a young lady. She's a transfer. When she told me the school, I kind of already had put in my mind that she probably can't play.
Was that a CAN or CANT?
Cannot.
Okay.
But this guy was
So-
from, he's in middle school, he's an 8th grade, he's a ninth
Okay,
grade.
this she comes from high school.
Okay.
And so what I did was, I said, well, we got practice coming up. Let's just go. We're going to go over to the gym. I'm going to let you get some shots up. And I said, shoot a free throw. It was like an air ball. Do a layup. It wasn't a good layup. She
Right.
made it. And I said, what grade you in? She said she was a senior. So I told her when practice was because I already done took time with her, but I knew there was no way she was gonna be able to play.
Right.
So, but she never came anyway. So
She made a decision on her own.
she had made a decision on her own.
Right.
But I just kind of take them and just see what they can do. Like for a boy, I might say, "Can you dunk? Go dunk the ball."
And what happened with this one was he came after school. Boys were going to study hall, and he had missed his bus. I said, "All right, well, you here? We're gonna find out."
Because we both know, we all know, if a new football player comes from Eufaula and they move in, they're not looking for their teachers. The
They looking
first
for the
thing they're
coach.
looking for is
Yeah.
the football coach.
That's right. yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If their parents hadn't already called.
If a transfer
Reached
is
out,
an
yeah.
athlete,
Reached out.
if the transfer is an athlete, they're looking for coaches.
Yeah, I'm not.
first.
What's my schedule?
I
Where's
don't
the
know.
football
Where's
coach?
such and
I
such?
need to
Right.
talk
I
to
need
the
to- I
football
need-
Look where
coach.
the
I need to
football
get-
schedule, where the
Right.
practice schedule.
I need to figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
Or like you said, the parents have already
They
contacted
already
us.
contacted. Hey,
Yeah.
we moved from Eufaula. We got this son. Boo.
And it kind of depends. Like, one, you kind of eye how the kid kind of moves.
Yeah.
And then,
But that's not the case because he's just conditioning and ain't no balls out and we.
yeah, but you know, you kind of have that.
So you had-
if
had
you're
you
an
seen
athlete,
the
you
kid
kind of got that
before?
You can
athletic
see it.
walk.
I've
You
never
can
seen
see
him
it.
play.
You
Okay.
can see it right.
Never seen him play, and God bless his soul. About 15 minutes in, he was breathing heavy. I said, "Man, you got a decision to make. You can stay
Yeah.
for the rest of practice, or this just might not be for you."
Right.
And I go back and we start practicing, and about 20 minutes later, I saw him with his book bag on, walking out the gym.
And
I'm
that's
out.
kind of how, like, with cross country and track, it's kind of the same thing. Like, if you ain't making it to the warm up, baby, you don't need to do the workout.
Yeah. So I mean, in track,
Depends on how
do you
long.
cut
too.
someone, or they cut themselves?
Sometimes it's a little of both. It just depends. Because a lot of times you see a kid come out, they all want to sprint.
Yeah.
It's not for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I
And
don't
then-
cut kids
Yeah, I don't.
unless their attitude cuts,
Yeah.
and then not being where they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
I have to cut in boys basketball.
Oh, no doubt. Everybody thinks they
Yeah,
play
yeah.
basketball.
I have to make cuts.
But the thing is, like, if you're gonna come every day, you're gonna work hard,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna do what you're supposed to do, then I'm not gonna cut you. But if you think you're gonna come, I had a kid, matter of fact, last week. So his mom comes down there. She said, first of all, we're at practice.
He
At
came
practice.
into practice.
She comes to the fence,
There we go.
and the kid said, "Hey,
Mistake number
coach.
one.
Hey, coach."
Not interrupt practice.
And they say it like they're trying to figure out, like, oh yeah, he's about to go off. So they're calling me and turning around looking to see what my response is gonna be. She said, "Hey, I'm trying to figure out why you sent so home." I said, "I haven't even seen him, talk to him today." Which I lied about that part. He was in my PE class, but I didn't talk to him about him not coming to practice.
About football. Okay.
Correct. Nothing about football.
Specific.
Correct. So she said, "Well, I figured that." He said, "Well, I just didn't feel like coming." I said, "That's fine." And she said, "Well, you know, you can't play." I said, "No, we're gonna make this decision real quick. Either you're gonna come, you're gonna put your stuff on, you're gonna come to practice, or you're gonna go home and not come back."
Right.